Hello everyone, this is Julia. Thank you so much for joining me on my craft room adventures. Today I have a bit of a different video for my channel to share with you. I made 3 cards using basically the same design but making 3 pretty different cards with it. This is actually part of another challenge with my friend Lien, who challenged me to make a repetition card, any element that's repeated on the card, and this is what I did here. So I'm starting out with an A2 sized panel of Bristol smooth cardstock, and I wanted to do a rainbow blend, so I'm using worn lipstick. Now I'm using dried marigold. I thought I wanted to use carved pumpkin, but I realized that that would be too intense, so I went with dried marigold. Now I'm going in with squeezed lemonade, just blending the colors back and forth to get a nice rainbow blend. Now some cracked pistachio. Broken china. And finally, wilted violet. Just going back and forth until I'm happy with the result. Then I really wanted to add some shimmer to the card, so I'm going to be using the Sukaneko Shimmer Spritz and just spraying the cardstock lightly. Now it's time to add my repetition element. I decided to go with a happy birthday word die by Hello Bluebird. I'm just using some post-it tape and the grids on my craft mat to line it up. I started 1 row down from the top, and then always counted 3 rows, which was approximately the height of the die. And then just used my T-square ruler to make sure it's all straight. I also made a second background. Off camera I also ink blended a second background that looks pretty much the same. For my first card I will be using this piece as a template to see where I need to place my images. I die cut the second blended piece with a stitched rectangle die that's a little smaller than A2, and now I'm just using the template and I'm just adding in the letters. I let the panel dry for a few minutes to make sure the glue really sticks, otherwise when you remove the template you'll pull up your letters again, so just be sure to remove it very carefully. And that is the main part of our first card. I added it to an A2 sized card base, and then I die cut the birthday from the die set out of some silver cardstock, silver glitter cardstock, and I layered it with some white cardstock behind it for stability. Just using liquid glue, placing it on my card, and also adding the little dot for the eye. Just moving it, and that finishes off our first card. Now for our second card, I'm doing the exact same thing. I die cut a piece of white cardstock with the Mama Elephant Cloud 9 background die to add the wonky stitching line, and I'm just using some post-it tape to adhere my template to make sure I can align all the letters straight. Just adding liquid glue as before, and then I'm just placing in all of the letters. Off camera I let the panel dry and then remove the template. I die cut another birthday sentiment out of a silver glitter cardstock, and I backed it with another layer of white cardstock, and I'm just using some liquid glue to add it to my card. also the little dot for the eye. And that finishes off card number 2. For the third card, I decided to make a shaker card. I used one of my leftover frames from the Hello Bluebird scene dies that usually come with a white frame, or with a frame cut out, not white, but I just had those laying around, and I backed that piece also with some acetate. Now I'm adding in the centers for the letters that were cut out. I made sure to save those, and I'm just adding them in one by one, just so that it looks nice and complete. Off camera, I added some foam tape to the back of this card panel, and I also made sure to basically create little compartments so that I added lines between all the happy words, so that when the shaker elements are in, or my glitter, that you will see a little bit of glitter at the bottom of every single word. Now I'm just removing the backing paper from my foam tape, and I made sure that all of those compartments are sealed nicely. Now I'm just using some diamond dust, and I'm also using some Fawn chunky glitter to fill up my shaker pockets. I'm just using my stamp platform to have a straight corner to adhere to. Now it's time to add the birthday. Again using silver glitter cardstock, but this time I added 2 more layers of white cardstock behind, just to give it a little more dimension because the front is flat. And that finishes off card number 3. Just to show you again all the cards side by side. The same design on all of them, but they all look different. You can turn it into an interactive card with a shaker element, just a simple white card with some ink blended letters, or colored cardstock, however you like. And basically for the first 2 you get 2 cards out of 1 ink blended background, which I think is really nice. And it's always nice to have those kinds of cards on hand. That finishes off my video for today. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and have a wonderful day. Bye!